Will actor Rhea Chakraborty be called for questioning by the Narcotics Control Bureau, which is probing the drugs angle in the Sushant Singh Rajput death case? Well, her brother, Showik Chakraborty, will be confronted with his sister, Rhea. That is what the Narcotics Bureau said in their plea to the court earlier today. The 28-year-old actor's brother, Showik, was arrested yesterday by the probe agency over drug charges after an early morning raid at their Mumbai home. And Showik Chakraborty will now be in the custody of the NCB till the 9th of September.
Narcotics Control Bureau is the national agency, the uppermost layer, uppermost drug law enforcement agency for drugs. Okay, we look at international connections and interstate connections. Normally, this is not part of our mandate, but now that we are getting information, we will not shirk our responsibility. Investigation जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ेगी, जो कड़िया है, हम अपने पीपी को साथ में रखें, यानी पब्लिक प्रोसिक्यूटर से एविडेंस को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, ठोस और ठोक बजा के आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, और जो भी अगर इसमें जिम्मेदार पाया जाएगा तो उसको
The Esplanade Court here in Mumbai has given custody of Showik Chakraborty as well as Samuel Miranda until the 9th of September. Now, NCB had arrested Samuel Miranda and Showik Chakraborty yesterday, and after NCB got involved in this case, they had in fact was questioning and speaking to a lot of people and had already arrested 5 people earlier. And during that questioning, during the arrest of in fact Abdul Bisht is when Showik Chakraborty and Samuel Miranda's name came up, and that is the reason yesterday NCB questioned Samuel Miranda as well as Showik Chakraborty for almost 9 hours, and later the NCB arrested these 2 people, and today they were produced in the court. And during the arguments, now the NCB in fact wanted the custody, and that is the reason, because they wanted to confront Showik Chakraborty as well as Samuel Miranda with Deepesh Sawant and Rhea Chakraborty, and also the NCB wanted to probe more into this drug angle and wanted to understand who all are other people who are involved, because according to NCB there are few characters which are still needed to be verified. There are still more people who needed to be identified. For that, the questioning is necessary. These 2 used to in fact procure drugs, and whether they used to procure drug and consume it for themselves or for any other people as well, that also needs to be understood. They need to be confronted with Rhea Chakraborty as well as Deepesh Sawant, and for that the custody was necessary. And also the payment of these drugs is also something that is necessary to investigate how they used to pay for these drugs.
All right, let's go across to Arvind Gunasekar also, who's following this story. So, Arvind, it seems clearly now in 48 hours, the trajectory of the investigation has now completely switched tracks. Is it even any more about what, the investigation into the death seems to be moving purely in the direction of a drugs angle?
Yeah, Sarah, like you mentioned, it started with the Enforcement Directorate. Actually, it started with the Bihar Police to Enforcement Directorate to CBI. Now, finally, it has come to the Narcotics Control Bureau. Now, the entire arrest have been made in connection with the drug case, especially the seizure of curated marijuana, cannabis, a bud, which is also called a bud, on August 28 from a person completely not connected with this particular case. In fact, the Narcotics Control Bureau on August 28 had seized around 59 grams of curated marijuana, which is also called as a bud, from an individual called Abbas Lakhani. From there, they have drawn links to Showik Chakraborty and Samuel Miranda. Both Showik Chakraborty and Samuel Miranda, both of them have been arrested, and now the NCB has got custody till September 9th. So as of this moment, NCB has custody of 4 individuals: Samuel Miranda, Showik Chakraborty, connected in a Sushant Singh case, and 2 other drug dealers, alleged drug dealers. One Jade Villatra and second one is Abdul Basit. So what is the NCB trying to do in the coming days? One, they are summoning Rhea Chakraborty to join the probe tomorrow, which NCB is saying that they would be confronting Showik Chakraborty along with Showik Chakraborty with with her sister, that is Rhea Chakraborty, and also Dipesh Sawan, one another staff of Sushant Singh Rajput. So what is the NCB trying to find in this particular case? One, they want to know who is the end user of this particular curated marijuana, also called as a bud, because they have got the evidence that both Showik Chakraborty and also Samuel Miranda, both of them procured this particular drug from alleged drug dealer called Jaid Vilatra. But who used it? Because that has to be proved in order to make this case stronger. So that's why they are summoning Rhea Chakraborty and also Dipesh Sawan, who were residing in that particular residence. Both Samuel Miranda and also Showik Chakraborty, both of them have given a statement saying that it was Sushant Singh Rajput who was actually using that particular drug marijuana. But they wanted to have an evidence, and that's why they have summoned Rhea Chakraborty and also Dipesh Sawan. So in the coming days, we will be getting to know what kind of how the probe will be going ahead, because the agency at this point of hour, they have got to know from where their drug has been procured, but they want to know who is the end user of this particular drug.